Some of you may know Thinx from its controversial ads, which promise period-proof underwear that doesn't feel like a diaper. But what's behind the company that's looking to disrupt the $15 billion feminine hygiene market? Joining me now is Miki Agrawal, Thinx co-founder and CEO. Miki, great to have you here. I saw the ads in the subway, piqued my curiosity, so it's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So now you say Thinx is committed to, quote, breaking the menstruation taboo. You say it's revolutionizing the market that's only had 3 major innovations in the 20th century. So what was the motivation for this? How did you get the idea?
First of all, this is one of the first products that are made by women for women. Mm-hmm. Most feminine hygiene products were invented by men, like the tampon. And so this product really considered all the desires and all the needs that women need.
You only sell them online.
Yes.
Right, at your website. So talk about demand, though. I mean, we've seen this company really grow. In the past year, revenue has grown 20 times. So how are you keeping up with demand?
Well, we did, about a year and a half ago, form a partnership with one of the biggest manufacturers for Victoria's Secret, Nike, Lululemon, Speedo, Spanx. They have an incredible women's empowerment part of their company where their workers or factory workers are empowered. They're getting paid 2.5 times the wage of a regular factory worker. So it's really, it was in alignment with our values. Mm-hmm. And so we want to work with them so they are able to meet our demand of our increased insane demand.
Now, periods are not the only taboo subject you're dealing with here with your products. You call it the 3 Ps. Tell me quickly about that.
Yeah, so the first P is period, so really breaking the period taboo. The second P is pee, as in urine.
Okay.
So the urinary incontinence market is a $6.8 billion market, and the only real offerings are Depends and Poise and brands that make women feel uncomfortable, unsexy, not themselves. And the idea is, like, how can we again make women feel strong, feel powerful, feel within their bodies by providing a product that makes them feel in that way. You know, for every pair of Thinx underwear sold, we fund a pack of reusable menstrual pads to girls in the developing world. So
I wanted to talk about that. I'm glad you mentioned
tens of thousands of girls go back to school. We're launching our Thinx Global Girls Clubs through our Thinx Foundation this year because we really want to, build in our give back. With our company.
Because for many of those girls, they stay home during their menstruation.
That's right.
Because it is seen as unclean and taboo, and you're not allowed to even go to school.
That's right. And so with Icon, for every Icon underwear sold, we are funding fistula operations. Obstetric fistula is a thing where a woman gives birth and she's small, or she just gives birth and sometimes she rips a hole in her bladder. And rather than sewing it up quickly, which is what they do here, they end up peeing themselves forever. And then they end up getting shunned from their families, disowned by their families, and put in these fistula camps to die. And so we're helping fund fistula operations.
What's the third P?
Yeah, the third P is poop.
Okay.
And when you're in the water, sanitation, hygiene space, you really learn about the issues that people are facing in the developing world. And now with Tushy, what we're doing with Tushy is we are bringing bidets to America and bidet attachments.
I'm thinking that's going to be a tough sell, Miki.
I really believe it won't be, because first a few things. One, it's everywhere. It's ubiquitous in Japan and Asia. It's ubiquitous all over Europe. This country, it's just cultural. There are cultural reasons why it hasn't been brought here. 15 million trees get cut down every single year to make toilet paper for this country alone. It simply clips onto any toilet. It turns any toilet into a bidet. There's no plumbing, no electrical, and it's $57. So anybody can afford it.
We'll see if people are ready for the change.
Yeah.
Before you started Thinx, you worked on Wall Street. How the change? Why the change?
I mean, Wall Street to me, I think I felt my soul was dying a slow, painful death. And so,
what did you do on Wall Street?
I was an investment banking analyst at a bank downtown.
Unnamed bank, okay.
Yeah.
But this was your calling in life, I guess.
Yeah, 9/11 happened. I was supposed to be there on that day, and I slipped through my alarm clock, and 700 people in my girlfriend's office died. 2 people in my office died. It was my big wake-up call. I was 22 years old, and it was when I decided to face myself and say, what do I want to do with my life? And I think following my dreams, building things that mattered to me was the most important.
And finally, these ads, were they banned anywhere? They are a little bit racy, controversial for some. Were they banned?
Well, the New York City MTA did deny our subway ads to being in New York City subways because of the use of the word period and because we had halved grapefruit. And we said, listen, you use a grapefruit to represent augmented breasts, and that's totally fine to be portrayed all over New York City subways, but not to be used as an anatomy that represents what women are actually going through every single month, which, by the way, humanity would not exist without a period. So you're welcome.
There you go. There you go. One of the ads also has like an egg with the yolk showing.
Yes.
So they, like I said, that caught my attention. And what's next for the company?
We're scaling new products. We're disrupting different aspects of the feminine hygiene market. Stay tuned. We can't really talk about that. It's still under wraps. We're launching a content channel. We're really scaling Icon and Tushy. We're just, really taking the 3 Ps to the next level.
All right, the 3 Ps. You heard it here first. Miki Agrawal, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Now it's your turn. What do you think about Thinx? And are its ads just too racy? Let us know in the space below or on the Yahoo Finance Facebook page.